All right. All right. All right. Welcome to the show where we start with hello. Hi, hi. This is my very first time going live, and I've decided to go live without any kind of scheduling, without any kind of letting anyone know. I just wanted to go live for the experience of doing it for the first time and just to see what happens. But oh, has someone joined? Okay, well, I just I felt the impulse to do this because I wanted to talk about something that I entitled "We're All Busy," and pretty much it pertains to the way certain people behave around each other and they behave with each other. And I'm specifically talking about someone that I had met and had a positive encounter with, a very positive encounter with, but then I had to leave the country, and I'm now finding myself in Gabon. And before we parted ways, this guy, who's essentially a friend, like nothing romantic or whatever, there's a potential, but we were just friends. This guy said to me, keep in touch. He asked me keep in touch. And okay, maybe this is one of those things where people just say keep in touch and they don't really mean it. They don't really care if anything comes of it. But given that there was something genuine with the relationship, I took it seriously. And after some time, I started realizing that I kept on sending messages. I was essentially doing the thing, fulfilling the keeping in touch. Because I'm personally the kind of person where I don't need to keep in touch with people. If this is the end of our time, that's fine. But if you show me that you have an interest in wanting to keep in touch with me, then I will be committed to that interest. I will do that because you've shown me that you care, and that makes me want to maintain the thing with you. So this has been going on for quite some time where I would send messages and the person wouldn't respond. And while I was sending those messages, I was essentially excusing their behavior of not getting back to me, of not responding to me in time. So when I would send them a message, I would say, "Oh, I know you're not going to respond now. I know you're going to respond later. Oh, it's totally cool if you blah, 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 blah." And today I just got to the point where I was like, it was actually yesterday. It was only today that I sent the message to the person saying that, actually, it's not cool. Why did you bother asking me to keep in touch with you if you had no interest in actually maintaining that connection? Because I find myself constantly running after you and you have no interest whatsoever. You see my messages, but you don't respond. And that is just maintaining an absolute imbalance in our relationship. And you're not even aware of the fact that this is not okay. You're allowing me to excuse your bad behavior without ever catching yourself and saying, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I was really busy, but I didn't get the time to respond, or saying, I'm busy right now. I'm going to respond to you later. So I guess kind of what I wanted to just talk about in relation to that, and the title, We're All Busy, is this thing of we're all living life all the time. We all have everything that we need to maintain in our lives at the same time. We have five different people that we need to speak to today. We have to do this job and that job, perform this task and that task. And all of these things happen at the same time. You don't drop one ball in order to lift another, because it's a juggling act, it's a balancing act, and it's your job as a person to maintain every single aspect of your life and of who is involved in it. So, sure, you're busy, but it's not an excuse. Essentially, being busy is not an excuse for not communicating to people why you have not responded to them. You can say that, but I feel like there's often this thing of people not wanting to give bad news. But by virtue of not giving the person the time to understand what is happening, you're not helping the situation at all. You're just creating this ball of resentment. You're just getting it rolling and rolling and rolling, and people just start to behave how you start to behave. They start to realize that you are not someone that's trustworthy because you just don't know what it is to attend to do, as opposed to trying to just be perfect. You can't be perfect. trying to do that is going to ruin, has the potential to ruin your relationships because you're not acknowledging the actual flaw, the actual chink in the armor that would help us cover it up, you know? You can't fix it if you don't acknowledge it. So we're all busy. We all have lives. We all have a lot of different. My connection is unstable, but that's all right because I've said what I wanted to say. I said what was on my mind. And whoever ever watches this, if they enjoy it, if they take something away from it, that's wonderful. If they don't, that's also wonderful. I'm just glad that I got to express what I wanted to say on a platform where I wanted to say it. So, bye. Have the best day. Yes.